I mean, Landon Donovan's coming back. Get out there and play. That's what I want to see. I want to see an owner and player. And I said, I was the one last year that I said LeBron James at some point is going to become an owner and a player. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. LeBron James is going to own a team and play for a team at the same time. And who knows, maybe David Beckham will do it for Miami. Maybe he'll sit there and say, you know what, it's Miami, great atmosphere, great people, I'm a multi-millionaire, I own this team, I'll go out there and play a couple games and pay myself. Take a music break, come back, talk some more NFL, NBA. We'll look at the Pro Bowl. Do they need to just get rid of it? And then we'll look at how the All-Star game for the NHL is doing everything right. You're listening to Hardy Show, Sports Talk Speaker Radio, iHeartRadio.com.
In the headlights, I'm a mama's boy, I'm a fist fight, kinda county line, kinda cold beer, little hat down, little John Deere. I kinda give a damn, I kinda don't care. You see the girl standing right there, she loves a small town boy like me. She's my ride or die, baby, she's my cool, she's my crazy, she's my laid back in the front seat. She's my with me till the end, girl, my turn up to 10, girl. She can have anybody that she wants to be, anywhere she wants to be. She loves a small town boy like me. She likes my t-shirt, she likes my old boots, likes to slow dance to some old school. She take a full moon over those city nights, and I ain't scared to get all up in them bright lights. Yeah, I can smooth it out, I can stick it up. I guess that's why she can't get enough of a small town boy like me. She's my ride or die, baby, she's my cool, she's my crazy, she's my laid back in the front seat. She's my with me till the end, girl, I'm turning up to 10, girl. She can have anybody that she wants to be, anywhere she wants to be. She loves a small town boy like me. She loves a small town boy like me. Yeah, I'm a sure thing, I'm a roll too, I'm a rock side. She ain't gonna ever lose a small town boy like me. I'm a ride or die, baby, I'm a cool, I'm a crazy, I'm a laid back in the front seat. I'm so with you to the end, girl, it's turning up to 10, girl. She can have anybody that she wants to be, anywhere she wants to be. She loves a small town boy like me. She's my ride or die, baby, she's my cool, she's my crazy, she's my laid back in the front seat. She's my with me till the end, girl, I'm turning up to 10, girl. She can have anybody that she wants to be, anywhere she wants to be. She loves a small town boy like me. She loves a small town boy like me. Yeah, she loves a small town boy like me.
I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths, Achilles and his gold, Hercules and his gifts, Spider-Man's control, and Batman with his fist. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list. But she said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss. Just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this.
And we're back to listen to Hardy Show, Sports Talk, Speaker Radio, iHeartRadio.com, Sports Talk, Speaker app. Tyronn Lue is looking to stagger minutes for LeBron and Thomas last game, which the Cavs won. I almost said Kyrie Irving. Good gosh, they should have kept him. Isaiah Thomas was set for the whole fourth. Did not play a second of the fourth quarter. Should the Cavs, and this has been addressed by a couple of people, should they not just move off of Isaiah Thomas, but should they also move off of Kevin Love? I was one of many that said when the trade was made for Isaiah Thomas and Kyrie Irving, I said, you're really not, and I do believe 100%, I said this when the trade happened, with all due respect to Isaiah Thomas, and I love watching him play. He's a phenomenal player. He's a dedicated player. Even after losing his sister last season in a car accident, he stayed with that team in Boston and continued to play for them and play for them into the playoffs, which was remarkable. He's a very dedicated individual. But when the trade was made for Kyrie Irving and him, I said, Cleveland, you're not getting any better here. You're trading one for the other. Except Kyrie is better at defense, and I think Kyrie is a better all-around player than Isaiah. Again, with all due respect to Isaiah, Kyrie's a better all-around player. You're not improving anything here. And I don't know if this came down to LeBron told Paul George, don't come here, because there's talk that they could have gotten Paul George. Kyrie didn't want to go to Indiana. Indiana didn't want to make the trade. LeBron told Paul George, don't go here. I said at the end of last season, unless LeBron buys the Cleveland Cavaliers, he is not going to be there at the end of this season. I firmly believe that 100%. He is not going to be there at the end of this season. I think that they could even though I don't think it's going to happen, if they somehow win the NBA title this year, he's not going to be back. I don't think he's going to be back, and I think Dan Gilbert knows that. And I think that that's why Dan Gilbert isn't going to make no trades for that number 1 overall pick, because he believes that LeBron is not going to be back. So then you got to look at, well, what am I going to be left with? An aging Dwayne Wade, J.R. Smith probably not going to be there, Kevin Love, Kyle Korver's probably your second best player after LeBron leaves. Kevin Love has just been a missing Kevin Love for a while now. Isaiah Thomas, who's a great offensive player but doesn't play very good defense, you're not going to be left with much. You're not going to be left with much. Jay Crowder has been nothing of what he was in Boston. And again, going back to that Kyrie trade, you didn't improve yourself from that trade. Boston got the better end of that trade. I said it when it happened, that Boston got the better player and got the better end of that. And right now at this moment, if you told me Celtics, Cavs, 7 games, Eastern Conference Finals, I'm taking the Celtics. They're a better all-around team. Could you imagine them right now if they had Gordon Hayward? Now, granted, past couple games they didn't look the greatest, but if Gordon Hayward was healthy right now and able to play, I think they would be an overwhelming favorite right now. But we've seen this before from the Cavs. We've seen them have January struggles. We've seen them have February struggles. Doesn't mean that they're not going to be there. But this is not a team that can beat the Golden State Warriors. Period. Can't do it. This is not a team that can do it. In the trade for Isaiah to Kyrie, you didn't make yourself any better. You did not make yourself any better. Do you move off of that? Because I have a feeling that there's a high chance before the trade deadline, they're going to move off of somebody big. It's probably not going to be Isaiah, but I think there's a high chance it's going to be Kevin Love. If they get a decent offer and it wagers well for them in the future, they're going to take it. And there's plenty of teams out there that would love to have him right now. And who knows, maybe he would play better and fit better there. You know, I said going back to his Minnesota days, he was the best player there. Of course his numbers are going to be great. He's the only one that could score points well. Look at what he had there. For the most part of Cleveland, his Cleveland years, except for when Kyrie was there and they won the championship 2 seasons ago, he really hasn't been the Minnesota Kevin Love. He hasn't been what they traded for and acquired for. You got to make a move here. Whether it's for Bradley Beal, DeAndre Jordan, whatever it may be, you got to make a move. And it's got to be for somebody that isn't pressed on getting the ball every drive and plays good defense. That's what they need right now. That's what they need on this team. Right now, they're having an issue with chemistry, and they're having an issue trying to fit Isaiah Thomas in with everything. And I think at times they're trying too hard. Because you look at the fourth quarter of the game last night, they played better. Like it or not, last night they played better when he wasn't on the court. They weren't pressed of getting him the ball. And I think at times they press that too much. Right now, they've got very good pieces. They're just not using them good. And their defense is terrible. Terrible defense. Just absolutely horrific. You got to move off of somebody here. If you're going to make a championship move, and you still believe, hey, we can still do it this season, you got to move off of somebody big. Well, the All-Star Game winner's prize will be $100,000. NHL All-Star Game, I watched that over this weekend because the Pro Bowl was horrific. I don't even know. I tell myself every year I'm not even going to watch it. But now, later in the game, the contact, I wouldn't call it hitting. The contact got better. Von Miller, he's the one guy. He looked like he was playing an AFC Championship game out there. He was going on all cylinders. But everybody else, I mean, it was, I don't want to took you, and I get it. You don't want to hurt a guy. You don't want to end a guy's career. I understand that. But for all of that, just get rid of it. If it's going to be like that, and that's the main concern, and I understand that concern. I legitimately understand that concern. Just like a preseason game, you wouldn't want to hit somebody too hard and end their career. I get that. And were there a couple of good shots in that Pro Bowl? Yes. But for the most part, it was like a flag football game. That's really what it was like. Just do away with it. Do some skill. The Pro Bowl skills thing is horrific too. I mean, that's just the whole dodgeball thing. And I mean, come on. Some of it's good to watch, but then when they get to the dodgeball, it's like, what are we doing? We're trying too hard. just either redesign